Yo, Pierre, you wanna come out here?
Yo, what's up YouTube? It's your boy Fitz back in the bit with yet another video. Today I got y'all with another build video. And today I'm gonna be giving you guys the best playmaking paint beast build on next gen NBA 2K21. I'm gonna show you guys exactly how to make it like I always do from the position, highway, wingspan, attributes, takeover, and the bad setups. So yeah, if you haven't already, I really would appreciate it if you left a like on this video, make it go out to a lot more people. Subscribe if you're new. We're on the road to 100K, 75K. We got a banger week coming very soon. And I don't really want to make this video too long. So yeah, man, without further ado, no more talking. Let's go ahead and hop straight into it.
I got digital dash camera with a op. I walk in the store and I buy the stock. I hide in the bins and pull out the lot. Got Tiffany diamond, it cost me a lot. They flying like birds, but drop on this hot. 400 degrees, I burned up the block. Burn out, make one call, they turn out. CC the gang, get the word out. When the shit getting hot, you the first out. Cover my wrist with a watch and I flood it with rocks. Now I look at the time all day. Be high right through your block and I drop off the top and I know you can see my face. You my dog at the end, don't care what the bitches say. I got digital dash camera with a op. I walk in the store and I buy the stock. I have in the bins and pull out.
Alright, before we go too far into this video, I want to make sure to go over this. Now, we were at 4.2%. We're all the way up to 9.7%. But still, 90% of y'all that are watching my videos aren't even subscribed. I know y'all mess with the videos. We finna be going so crazy, so you might as well hit that sub button. It's that simple. Alright, so first things first, when it comes to making a playmaking paint beast build, to make this build, you want to make it at the center position. Then when it comes to the best height, weight, and wingspan for this build, these are going to be changing pretty much the attributes. And when it comes to making this build, you want to go 6'9". That's going to be the minimum height for a center. 215 on the weight, that's minimum weight for a center, and at 6'9". Then when it comes to the wingspan, we're gonna go max wingspan of 7'7" on the wingspan, and all those are gonna be fluctuating our drive and dunk, our three-pointer, even our playmaking attributes, all the way down to our defense and rebounding. Then when it comes to the body type, that's completely up to you. It's not gonna really be varying anything, so that's gonna be up to you based off preference. So I go built every single time, but like I said, that one is completely up to you. Alright, next is going to be the attributes. Now for the attributes, I finally did test this joint out when it came to making this build and put the stamina down. Now when it came to the physicals, I did have max speed, max acceleration, strength at a 60, vertical at a 70. When it came to the stamina, people been telling me you don't really have to go any further than a 50 stamina, so I did only go with a 54 stamina. This is a build that you're not going to really be dribbling too much with, so I feel like this is a build that you don't necessarily need it. Now if you're playing 5v5, you probably will need it, but yeah. Then when it comes to the badges, we have 20 finishing, 7 shooting, 22 playmaking, and 27 defensive. Now for the 20 finishing, we're going to be maxing out driving layup, driving dunk, standing dunk. All that is going to get us 20 finishing. Then for the shooting, we're going to get 7. That's going to be maxing out mid-range, three-pointer. Then free throw is going to be at a 27 to get that 7th shooting badge upgrade. Then when it comes to the 22 playmaking, we're going to max out ball handle, speed with ball. Then at pass accuracy, we're going to go all the way up to an 85 to get that 22nd playmaking badge upgrade. Then when it comes to the defensive rebounding, this is pretty much the most important part. We're going to max out block, offensive rebound, defensive rebound, interior defense, and perimeter defense to get 27 badge upgrades. Now when it comes to next gen, if you don't know by now, there's a lot of things when it comes to the attributes that can make or break your build when it comes to getting certain badges and for certain playstyles. So yeah, that's going to be, in my opinion, the best attribute layout and badge layout for this build. Alright, next is going to be the takeovers for this build. Now when it comes to the takeovers for this build, we have a really good, decent list of takeovers for a big man. Now depending on how you want to play with it is really up to you. Now I just ended up going with glass hearing dimes, finishing moves, and just said forget it, because I feel like you're gonna get really important plus minuses on finishing that you really need for big man, like sprint and vertical. If you just go with glass or rim protector, you're gonna get either or. We're gonna get both automatically with slasher takeover. And we want glass hearing dimes because whenever we get a board, it's gonna pretty much be like an auto diamond. That's kind of good to have. Now, if you don't want to go with that, you can go with a badge like Paint Intimidation. You can even go with one of the Playmaker takeovers. Those are very good. But yeah, those are the takeovers I end up going with. And the build comes out as a Playmaking Paint Beast, similar to shades of Clint Capella, Karl-Anthony Towns, and Christian Wood. So yeah, man, that's going to be the best Playmaking Paint Beast build in the game. All we got left to show you guys is the best finishing, shooting, playmaking, and if it's a bad setup for this build. So yeah, man, without further ado, let's go ahead and hop straight into it. Alright, so first things first, when it comes to the bad setups, per usual, is the finishing bad setup for this build. Now, when it comes to the best finishing bad setup for this build, one badge that's going to throw you off is Giant Slayer, because you're probably thinking of it, it's supposed to be reducing the height advantage on the build when it comes to layups and dunks. Yeah, that is very important, but that's not all it does. It also reduces the shot contest. Even if there isn't no height advantage, it might not do it as big of a difference, but yeah, it does do that. But it also, what makes it very overpowered, it cancels out Rim Protector. Rim Protector badge gives an added bonus to improving people's blocking ability. Giant Slayer makes it harder to get blocked. I like that part of Giant Slayer, so I did put that up. But if you don't want to go with Giant Slayer, you can go with badges like Fearless Finisher. You can even go with a badge like Putback Balls, Highlight Film, or even a badge like Rise Up that's going to help you do standing dunks at a really high rate. Me personally, I do standing dunks at a really high rate either way without that badge. Even when I don't have a high standing dunk, this build has a max standing dunk, so I don't feel like I necessarily needed that, so I put that to Giant Slayer. Then we have Heat Seeker. That's going to help you get your takeover extremely fast when you're doing layups and dunks. Then we have Lob City Finisher to catch lobs and catch it through traffic and just finish it and get faster animations. So yeah, and then we have Posterizer. If you don't know what this badge does, when you have a contact dunk package that has 20% chance of a contact dunk, every tier of Posterizer is 15% on top of that. So at bronze, that's 35% chance of a contact dunk, silver is 50%, gold is 65%, and Hall of Fame is 80%. Then when it comes to Slippery Finisher, that's going to get you the best animation for every single situation, and this is an animation-based game, and it's also going to be upping your dunk frequency. Now, a lot of people feel like that doesn't help you get more contact dunks, but if you use this badge, you will see the difference. And yeah, that's probably going to be my favorite badge in the game, but it definitely is my favorite finishing badge in the game. I wouldn't say it is the best finishing badge in the game. I would say that's Posterizer, but it definitely is a very underrated badge. If you know, you know. But yeah, man, that's going to be the best finishing badge setup for this build. All right, next is going to be the best shooting badge setup for this build. Now, we have 7 badge upgrades to work with. We have Bronze Corner Specialist for anytime we're at the hash down, even on the mid-range. It's going to help us hit those shots at a way higher rate. Hot Zone Hunter, when you have hot zones, it's going to be really easy to hit your shots because your make percentage is going up and your green window is getting bigger. You have Hot Zone Hunter on top of those hot zones. Whenever you shoot those hot zones, it's going to be even easier to hit your shots because your make percentage is going to go up even more and your green window is going to get even bigger. Then when it comes to catch and shoot, this is one of the most underrated badges in the game, especially for catch and shoot situations. If you're a person that spot up a lot, you really want to have this badge on as high as possible, even if you don't put it to anything but above bronze. The difference between not having it on and having it on bronze is a pretty huge difference. So yeah, catch and shoot gold, very, very good for a build like this. That's going to be really kind of a spot up type build. All right, next for the playmaking badge setup, I tried to mix and match it to get it perfectly. So we have Hall of Fame quick first step because yeah, at a center build, 6'9", we do get that Hall of Fame, so that's going to be allowing you to speed boost as much as possible. And speed boosting is really helpful to help you get dunks, layups, contact dunks, all this type of stuff that you want to do when it comes to scoring with the ball in your hands. Unpluckable is going to make it harder to get ripped, even though it's not the greatest badge in this game, but yeah, you do want to have that. Handless Videos are going to cancel out the stamina issue in this game. You're not going to have the ball too much, so I tried to put that more towards Unpluckable because you definitely want to have that. Then when it comes to Bullet Passer, that's going to make your passes that much faster. Special Delivery, I know it got nerfed, but as a big man, if you can have this badge on, it's really, really good to have it on. So we have that at Hall of Fame. Then we have Floor Journal on gold to help our teammates, because we are a center build, help our teammates as much as possible to their offensive attributes. So it's going to give them +3 to all their offensive attributes. And yeah, that's going to be the best playmaking badge setup for this build. All right, last but not least is going to be the best defensive rebounding badge setup for this build. Now for the best defensive rebounding badge setup, we have 6 Hall of Fame and 1 gold. Now for the gold, it's Clamps. This is a build that is a center build that actually has a decent perimeter defense, and we are able to get clamps to gold. Clamps are going to be the best badge to play on ball defense in this game. It's going to be getting to people's bodies, help you play full court, half court, ISO, especially with that being the meta, and even going around screens and getting into people's body. Then when it comes to a badge like Intimidator, that's going to help you get the best shot contest on the perimeter, or especially for a build like this in the interior. Then when it comes to a badge like Rebound Chaser is going to help you get as many boards as possible. Off-ball pass, we don't really get any steal badges. You don't really have to have a steal to get steals, but to really negate lobs with this build, we do have off-ball pass to Hall of Fame because we could spare the badges. Then we have Brick Wall. That's actually one of the better badges in the game that a lot of people don't use. Now, screens is not the meta. We don't put that on for that. When you touch anybody, like get into physical contact with somebody, it's gonna drain their energy. And that is actually a very overpowered thing in this game because people don't even really realize how good the stamina is in this game. You start using badges like Brick Wall where you're draining, it's gonna make them have to play a lot different. Now, if you're playing on ball, you can get into these bodies. If you're playing on ball, you can get into people's bodies. But if you're boxing out, setting screens, anything like that, it's going to be really important. Now, I know a lot of people don't set screens, but yeah. Then when it comes to a badge like Rim Protector, it does a lot. It enhances badges like Intimidator, Chase Down Artist. It enhances your teammates' takeover whenever you get a block. It improves your blocking ability. It unlocks special blocking animations, and it even enhances your teammates' takeover at the park whenever you do a hard foul. It does a lot. Chase Down Artist, kind of similar. It unlocks the Chase Down block animations, but you have to have that bronze to unlock those Chase Down block animations. Now, for those block animations, every single tier you go up is going to make you run faster on those chase down blocks and jump even higher on those chase down blocks as you keep going up in tiers. And yeah, man, that's going to be the best defensive rebounding badge setup for this build. But yeah, man, that's going to be the best playmaking paint beast build in the game. One of the best builds in the game. Very underrated build. If you're looking for a center build that's really versatile with a really cool name, this is one of the builds for you. But yeah, man, I showed you guys everything on how to make it from the position, height, weight, wingspan, attributes, takeover, all the way down to the badge setups for the finishing, shooting, playmaking, and defensive. So yeah, man, for that alone, please go ahead and leave a like on this video if you enjoyed. It really would help a lot. Make it go out to a lot more people. Subscribe if you're new. We're on the road to 100K. At 75K, we got a banger week. You don't want to miss it. Turn on post notifications, be the first to every single one of our videos. Share this video to anybody you think this will help. But yeah, man, it's your boy Fitz, man. And I'm about to be, man.
Tell them to bring me my money.
Bands to make her talk, if she don't want to speak, then that shit chalk. I came in peace till that boy talk. I'm on my knees and I'm praying to the Lord. Last year they said I was dreaming a lot. Just 1 year later and we still won't stop. Been stacking my paper, best way I know.